Hello again and welcome to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by upshiftstore.co.uk and digitalmotorsports.com. This is round 4 of the BMW M3 Cup, come to you from Southern Europe, Croatia. We're at the Dragon Tail International Raceway. We're on the Gardens layout tonight, so it should be a right ripper of a race. Let's go to the grid. So in pole position we've got Wadru, we've got Thomas in second, Paul in third, Too Fast for Use in fourth, Chuck in fifth, Jerry in sixth, Unforgiven in seventh, Dan Bailey in eighth, Vexman in ninth, Rodders 10th, Molson 11th, Pablo 12th, and Ice Chand in 13th. All running the racing super softs tonight. So should be an absolute blast round here. So let's get to it. As you can see, got quite a good crowd in here tonight, so they're all up for it as well by the looks of it. So should be off any second. Away we go. Good start from Wadru. Good start from Thomas as well. In fact, good start by everybody by the looks of it. All off clean. So Thomas going to have a look with Paul up in there, High them in third, Chuck in fourth. Followed closely by Jerry Sparles and Too Fast for Use. So Chuck trying to get onto the back of these front three. He'll just hits the curve a little bit. Chuck takes out. He just hits Paul. Just takes Paul's back bumper and takes Paul off. Pulls out into the grass. It's unfortunate, but Chuck does slow down. Gives Paul the place back. So Chuck drops down to 13th. So it'll be unfortunate that he just hit the curve, as I say, and just tagged the back of Paul. So unlucky. Back at the front though, we've got Thomas and Wadru still fighting it out. Thomas has got round the outside. I think of Wadru there. So Thomas up into the lead. Wadru going to be sticking right behind him in second. Great little track this. Several layouts here actually, and this is probably one of the better ones, I think. It's around these, you've got like several right-handers here. All into one, you've got about sort of 3-4 right-handers, just continuous right-handers. It's quite a difficult little spot going around there. So it's Thomas, Wadru in second, Unforgiven trying to chase them down now in third, just pulling away now from the rest. Then we've got Jerry in fourth, Too Fast for Use in fifth. With Rodders in sixth, trying to chase down Too Fast for Use. Molson seventh, Vex in eighth, Ice Chand in ninth. Back in the front now, it's still Thomas. Wadru William, look round the outside now. Can Wadru get him up here at the chicane? Thomas has got the inside line. He's going to hold it there, I think. Don't think Wadru's going to go for that. No. Just sticks behind him. The curbs around on this track though are pretty high and quite violent. If you catch them wrong, you're off. It's as simple as that. So here they come. Right down this tight left-hander, slowest corner on the circuit. Wadru's got him on the inside, so Wadru goes out into the lead. So Wadru now takes that lead. Thomas went a little bit wide there actually. It was quite easy for for Wadru in the end. So he made it a little bit easy for him there really, because he went out wide and left a big gap for Wadru to go into. So Wadru now pulling away slightly from Thomas. Unforgiven trying to catch back onto the back of these. But certainly these front three are pulling away from the rest now of the field, so Unforgiven really trying to put the hammer down to try and catch up with these boys. It's a 30-minute race, as you know by now. Should be able to go all the way through without any stops. So Jerry in fourth, holding off Too Fast for Use at the moment. A bit slidey there, and Too Fast for Use followed him out there too. So Jerry just got a little bit wide, and Too Fast for Use went with him. So Rodder's still in sixth, chasing him down. So there's your top five, who are pulling away from, the top six I should say. They're pulling away from Ice Chand, who's got himself as seventh, with Molson in eighth. So Molson's just dropped back a bit. So a little fight here from Molson and Chand. And Paul's come up, so Paul's now come up to eighth. Got himself in the middle of these two. My goodness, he's not going to get through there, is he? No, he's not. Just hangs back there. Weren't the place to be going three wide there, that's for sure, through the chicane. A little twitch from Molson. So Ice still in seventh, Molson eighth. Paul's got himself up to ninth actually after that little off at the beginning, so up to ninth place. Let's look at Molson on the inside. Can he get there? I think he does. Oh, a little tap. Yeah, he let Molson have it back. He did it was partly a bit of a slide on the bit of understeer really, but still tapped in, so giving the place back. So Vex trying to chase down Paul in 10th with Chuck into 11th. Dan in 12th with Pablo at the back in 13th. So Paul and Molson still going at it. Oh, Paul's got him. I think Paul's got him up the inside, has he? Has Paul got him? No, not quite. Molson goes a little bit wide. Oh, it's side by side. Great drive in between those two. Nothing's changed up front. Still Roger in first, Thomas second, Unforgiven in third. Stick with this for a second because it's got 4 cars in this one here. So Paul goes around the outside, does he? He does, makes it. So Paul on the outside of Molson gets himself up into 8th place now. Molson won't give up though. Molson's going to be on it with Chuck. He's got himself past Vex as well, so Vexman's dropped down to 11th, Chuck up into 10th. Look at these cars round here. Stunning. Absolutely flying. Just have a quick look at the back, so Vexman there in 11th. And in 12th with Pablo, some way back in 13th. So again, Pablo just struggling a little bit. Oh, and a little bit twitchy there. But stays, keeps it on track. Back at the front then, so Rodru. Is he pulling away from Thomas? I think he is. He is. So, quite a comfortable gap already, and we're only, what, 5-6 minutes into the race. So, there's a certain degree of fuel saving you're going to need to do on this first race, especially if you're going to go flat out all the way. So you've got to be a little bit careful, but these guys should all know what they're doing regarding fuel. So Roger in first then, Thomas in second. He's not that far behind actually, so it's caught up slightly, but maybe it's just the camera angle, I'm not sure. Unforgiven, dropping back a little bit, but still in third. So these front three are pretty stable up there at the moment. The gaps are quite consistent there, so Unforgiven in third then. As they head up to the start and finish, Too Fast for Use in 4th, Jerry in 5th, so Too Fast for Use I think has actually got himself up to 4th. So now Jerry chasing down Too Fast for Use. Can you get him? Jerry's really going to have a look at it, that's for sure. And that fast first left-hander. Just let the car feed itself out to the rumble strips out there. Should be able to go there just slight. Oh, a little both hit that curve hard. And Jerry's got a good run on him. In fact, Too Fast for You's come off worse there because Jerry got the good run on him there. Well, he's got a small penalty for it, but he did get a good run on him on Too Fast for Use and got himself up into 4th. But he has got a small penalty that he will get rid of here, I would imagine. Pretty much all of it anyway. No, he's still got a little bit, but Too Fast for You, he will have a look. Jerry still remains in 4th. Let's just stick with this second. Jerry with the tight line round there. Still holding off Too Fast for Use at this point. Too Fast for Use looking on the inside. Jerry's going a little bit wider. Too Fast for Use looking for that inside line as they power out now. Up under the bridge, and as they come round to the last couple of corners for another lap complete. Jerry, that small penalties he's still got to get rid of, all goes rounds wide, and he will get rid of it here, and Too Fast for Use goes up the inside after that, so he does get rid of it, Jerry, but now Rodders is under attack from Rodders. Rodders gets past him, so Rodders goes up into 5th. Gets past Jerry because of that penalty that he had to get rid of there, so Rodders up to 5th now. Now he's going to chase down Too Fast for Use. Can he get into him? Nice Chand and Paul battling it out here for 7th and 8th. Paul up the inside, is it? No, Chand's got the inside now. So Paul just a little tag, but that's fine. Oh, but Paul got off worse there actually. Molson around the outside. Great move from Molson. Gets himself around the outside through the chicane. Paul's just had to slow up slightly because he just tagged the back of Chand, giving the place back, or just slowed down to give the place back, and Molson took advantage of it. Head round the slowest corner now again, so Chuck on the back of these as well in 10th. So 4 cars here in this little battle for 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Molson having a look at Chand, not quite, gets himself up on the dirt. Let's stick with this. Chuck's having a look at Paul as well, around the outside. Not quite, no. Oh, Molson runs a little bit wide. Can Paul take advantage of that on the inside? Chuck's right up behind him too. Oh, and again, a little bit wide from Molson, but sometimes it does make you do that. It makes you go out there automatically. It's just the nature of the corners. This is a great little battle. Paul having a quick look at Molson, but not far enough up. So still Chand, Molson. Paul runs wide. Chuck has a look up the inside. Can Chuck do it? I think he might have, you know. No, not quite. Sticks up behind him. Everything's the same up top at the moment, so let's just stick with this. Molson now having a look at Chan, got a good run out there. Got into slip of Chan, can he get him on the inside? Because he is on the inside. Paul's having a look as well. Paul goes up the inside, follows Molson through. No, surely not. Yes, he does, he gets there. Paul takes both on the inside. What a great move. But still all together as they come through this tricky chicane. Oh, and Chuck goes over the curb again and just nudges Molson, similar to the little nudge that he gave Paul earlier. Oh, and Chuck is out of control, is he? Yeah, I think it was just a bit too much through there then. There's quite a few cars, and who's that? I think that's Chand who's... Oh, did Chand... Well, maybe Chand waited. I think Chand gave him the place back, so maybe Chand and Chuck made contact there. Because he has given it back and he dropped back Chand, so I think that's what happened. So Chuck in front of him in 11th. Trying to chase down Dan Bailey now with Vexman, and in front of him in 9th. So Dan Bailey's got himself up to 10th. Oh, he just runs wide. Who's that? Dan, I think, runs wide. Chuck's going to have a look up the inside. He's going to get him, I think, Chuck, or has he? Not quite. No, not quite. Again, runs a little bit wide, Dan, but Chuck might have him up here, but he's on the outside, so he's not going to go round the outside, not at this bend. Or pulls out to the inside. No, not far enough up. Yeah, good racing from the lot. So Dan really trying to put the pressure on Vexman with Chuck behind him in 11th. And all trying to chase down Molson in 8th. So Chuck, Chand in 12th. So trying to get back on the back of these after his little mistake earlier, and Pablo back in 13th. Some way back actually, a long way back. So yeah, again, I'm not too sure what's happened there, but let's go back to the front a minute then. So Wadru now clearing off in front. Got a big gap now, Wadru. So it's Wadru in first. With what, 11-12 minutes gone of the race. Looking fairly comfortable there, or pretty comfortable there, I should say. Wadru Thomas in second. Unforgiven in third, so not much has changed up there in terms of the gaps. So all pretty much the same. Too fast Furious in fourth, trying to get onto the back of Unforgiven, but quite a way back. So the top four are all quite level in terms of gaps there, quite spaced out between them all. There's the gap to Unforgiven in front of him. So then Rodder's in fifth, and then the little battle behind between Paul and Jerry. So Paul's got himself up to 6th now. So Paul making his way through the field after that mistake that at the beginning there, the first chicane, and he's made his way up to 6th. Got past Jerry, who's in 7th. Now, can Paul chase down Rodders? That's what we're going to be hoping for, of course. And Jerry will have something to say about that too. Molson just come off the back of these now. Molson's dropping back into the clutches of Vexman. Jerry still looking at Paul as they hit this. Oh, and Jerry goes out wide onto the grass. Doing a bit of grass cutting and back on the curb. Oh, he done well to hold that because he was out of control. And he came back on the track, and Paul was there, and he nearly took Paul's rear off. But no, he done well actually to keep that on track after his excursion across the grass. Now Paul having a look at Rodders. He's up the inside, is he? No, Rodders is not giving him up that easy. Rodders goes a bit wide though, so Paul's going to be right on the back of him. Now can Paul get up the inside of him here? It's not really the place to park, but Paul did try, but there wasn't really a gap there really, if I'm honest, and slowed him down a bit because he went sideways, and Rodders is out of control there, and Jerry's gone off. That's unfortunate from Jerry. I see he was off up onto the curbs, and ice goes past him too. So Jerry right back down to 10th. So that's unfortunate. He got himself. There was 3 of them really going for it up there, and Jerry was trying to chase him down. Just got himself a bit too much on the curb there. So it's very unfortunate that. But sure he'll be back on it soon. So back up with the Rodders and Paul battle, and Paul's got past Rodders. Paul's now up into 5th. So Paul getting himself up to the top 5. Rodders ain't going to give up though, as you can see. Experienced campaigner like Rodders, he's going to do everything he can to try and get that 4th place back. As we come to sort of just coming to halfway through this race now. Molson back in 7th. Vexman now trying to chase down Molson. As I said, he was getting into the clutches of Vexman, and that's exactly what's happening. Vexman's going to get into the try and get as close as he can into Molson. He's not going to, it's too far back to get him down here, but he's certainly closing in on him with a little back behind that with Chand and Jerry. So Jerry having a look as he gets himself having a look up to see if he can get himself up to 9th. But Chand still there in 9th with Dan Bailey coming up behind them too. Chuck, he must have dropped down to 12, so Chuck he's got another penalty, so Chuck's not having the best of time around here tonight, it would seem. So back to 12. Small penalty to take as well, only a small one of course, but little penalty to get rid of. Pablo's still in 13th, some way back, or a long way back, so let's go back to the front then and see what's happening. So Wadru, is Thomas catching him? Not really. So still Wadru way out in front with Thomas 2nd, Unforgiven in 3rd. So them 3 are as they were with Too Fast for You. Seems to be catching Unforgiven a little bit, but they're now all about the same space between all of them. I think the battle is definitely back here with Molson, Vexman, Chand, Jerry. Stick with this one then, because Chand is still being chased down by Jerry. Chand's still in 9th though, so Chand's still got that 9th position. Now can he bring these other 2 along, Jerry and Dan, and get on the back of Vexman and Molson for a grandstand finish to this first race? Certainly Jerry hasn't given up. I think he's getting all his anger out after that mistake that he made, and right at this point now, went through the clean that time though, so he's really trying to hound Chan now, and he's going to have a look, I think. Just as Vexman goes wide, I see, and it's just in the front there, so he's going to slow him down slightly. He's going to get Chand and Jerry an opportunity to get on the back of him with, yeah, he gets a small penalty for that as well, Vexman, so once he gets rid of that, which he will do, right now, there you go, they're going to be right on him. In fact, they're going to be right past him. Chan gets himself up to 8, but he runs wide. Vexus goes up, and Jerry takes a good advantage there, goes past both of them, gets himself between them both, and up the inside, gets himself up into 8th now, Jerry, with a great move there. But Ice hasn't given up either, so Ice on the outside, but he's not going to go around the outside there. Vexman's having a look as well, and Dan's not far off this battle either. So 4 cars here. 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. Oh, little touch there was that. Not too bad though. Oh, and Jerry again out of control. Oh, and all over the place goes Jerry, and he just, when he hits Vexman, goes across, and that's unfortunate. Again for Jerry, he's really not having the best of luck here tonight. That's really unfortunate. So drops himself down to 12th, but yeah, again, them horrible curbs here that just knock you off if you go over them too fast. So Vexman then, after that, because as Jerry went across, he tagged Vex as he went across the track, went right out in front of him. Vex couldn't do anything about it, so Chuck's got himself up into 10th. Dan's got himself up to 9th, so well played for Dan. Got himself up to 9th here. Now he's chasing down Ice, Chand in 8th. Molson in front of them in 7th. So Dan really looking like he's got it. He's really under. He likes a bit of this. He's going to have it, I think. Fancies a bit of Chand. Stick with this one and see if he can get up the inside here. So come up to this left-hander. Has he got there? Not quite. Oh, he has though, because Chan's run wide again. And has Dan done it? No. Chan's got round there, has he? He has. So Chan's still there in 8th, with Dan just slots in behind him again in 9th. So great little battle between these two. as we approach the 20-minute mark of the race. Stick with this. Stan's looking really pacey there. Chuck's looking pacey as well behind them, so 3 cars it all down across the grass a little bit now. This is these horrible chicane here with them really high curves. You've got to be really careful through there. All clean through there this time. Vex behind them as well, so Vex is going to get on the back of these. At least that's the plan. Chuck having a look now. Chuck having a look up the inside of Dan. Should get him down here on this left-hander on the brakes. There you go, yeah. Dan goes very wide though, so help Chuck out a little bit there, but nevertheless, Chuck's up to 9th. So Chuck kicks through now. Vex in the back of Dan. Oh, was that a tag? I think it was. I think he might have just tagged him a little bit and across the grass again, and I think Dan went a bit wide there, did he? It's all a bit messy here at the moment, but it will stay on track. And Vex gets through to 10th, Dan back to 11th. Now Dan's going to be chasing Vex up here now. Can he have a look like he did last lap on Vex here? Pulls out. Gets himself on the inside. Vex runs wide. Dan with the narrower line gets himself through. I think he's through, you know, it's neck and neck. Is it? Who's through? Dan has got it. So Dan goes through. Great move from Dan. So gets himself back into 10th. With Vex chasing him down now. In 11th. Vex goes for it again, gets himself in the inside of Dan, so good move from Vex, gets himself back up to 10th. Good little battle between these two. Just go back, so Pablo at the back, so Rodru now pulling away, actually catching up with Pablo. He's having a terrible race tonight, so I'm too sure, but Rodru is actually coming up to the back marker, who is Pablo. You can see him here in the shot, there he is in the distance, but it's not that far behind is Rodru. So he's actually going to end up getting lapped here tonight, I think, is Pablo. Well, I don't think, I know for sure he does. Looking at the pace that Rodru's got, with Thomas some way back, but still in second. So Thomas, I think, has settled with second. I think he's going to get Rodru now. Unforgiven as well, not too far behind now actually, but still in third with Too Fast For You chasing him down, still in fourth. And Paul in fifth, trying to hunt Too Fast For You down. And then there's quite a big gap then back to Rodders in sixth. There's the gap. And then we've got Molson and Chand. I want 3 cars here, so Molson, Chand and Chuck. So look at this 3. Let's stick with this, I think. Nothing else happening up front here. So Chand's having a look as he get up the inside. He does get up the inside of Molson, little tap. No problem, no. Molson's got the inside line. Chuck behind him, just watch him breathe. Gets himself on the curbs to Chuck, but gets past him. I think Molson had a terrible line through there, and Chuck's on him now. Still there though, Molson is still holding Chuck off, but and Molson with his tyres, back wheels on the grass. So Chand in 7th, Molson right up his Chuff in 8th, and then right up his Chuff is Chuck. Chuff and Chuck in 9th. Look at the pace that Chuck's got through there in comparison with Molson. He's right up him now. So can Chuck get past Molson? He's going to go around the long way, is he? Not going to do it there, but he's going to get the wider line just like that. Molson makes a little mistake though and goes back to 9th. So it did work out as what Chuck planned, I think. Go for the wider line and then just cut it back to the inside line. So Chuck now gets himself up into 8th, chasing Chand down in 7th. He has a look. That was a little tag again, but that's okay. So remains in 8th, does Chuck. Molson in 9th, chasing these 2. Everything else the same up front and behind. I'm going to stick with this one. Chuck. Great drive through there now. Is he up on the Chand? He has. He's got him, you know. He's got him up the inside. Can he stop the car though? He's gone a bit too hot. A little bounce off the curb, but no, it does that well. So Yeah, good move from Chuck, gets himself through. Great move. Chan's got a good run on him though, so Chan's going to get right in his slip here and then just come out. Oh, goes back to the inside. As Chan got him, Molson's just watching this, thinking, rubbing his hands together, thinking, yes, crash boys, crash. Oh, Chan gets there up the inside. Oh, what a battle this is. Chuck's there, is he? He is. He goes around the outside, he does. Is it going to be in the inside now? He is. So Chuck to 7th. Trading places here like nobody's business. Molson as well, not giving up in 9th. So what a great battle this is between these three. Molson's still there, so look up the track. Can he get in the inside of Chandler to get himself up to 8th? Certainly looking for it, not quite far enough up, so no, stays in 9th. There's Vex in 10th, Jerry in 11th. Have a little battle here with Dan Bailey as well, so it's actually another 3-car battle. So just behind the last 3, we've got these 3. So Dan having a look on Vex. Jerry watching brief behind them in 12, so now can Dan get past Vexman? Pulls out, does Vexman, tries to, he don't want them to be in his slip. They don't go with him either, but Dan's going to go around the outside, is he? I don't think you're going to make it there, although having said that, it's pretty good around there. No, but Jerry took advantage of it, has he? Oops, Jerry. Yeah, he's got himself up to 11th, so Jerry gets past Dan. Good move from Jerry there, following Vexman through. So Jerry in 11th then. Pablo still at the back, being lapped now, I think. So Audrey there in 1st, Thomas in 2nd. Unforgiven in 3rd, and yeah, Pablo's been taken by the 1st and 2nd place. So Unforgiven now chasing down. I say chasing down Pablo, he's not chasing him down because he's at the back, but you know what I mean. He's going to be passing him very soon, and I think Too Fast for Use will get him as well, because Too Fast for Use is definitely catching Unforgiven. There's the gaps there in front of you, from 4th up to 2nd. So Too Fast for Use looking quite pacey now, and then quite a gap back to Paul, who's trying his level best to get onto the back of Too Fast for Use, but I think the times are going to run out as we hit sort of the last 3-4 minutes of this race. So back to Too Fast for Use, who's going to be chasing down Unforgiven. Now, it's Unforgiven going to get held up by Pablo. He shouldn't do, because should be able to just breeze right past him. If he is held up at some point, Too Fast for Use would definitely be on the back of him, because he is closing in fast. Yeah, no, Pablo just goes out wide, lets him go past, so Unforgiven gets past Pablo, okay. So now Too Fast for Use has got the task of getting past the back marker now as well. So Too Fast for Use in 4th. But he could slow him down a bit and let Unforgiven get away in 3rd, even further, but no, easy in the end there. Too Fast for Use just dived on the inside, got himself up there nice and clean. There you go. So now he's still chasing down Unforgiven, and he's not that far off. So Paul then in 5th, trying his best to get onto the back as well, but time's running out. Don't think it's going to happen. With Rodders in 6th, Chuck in 7th, so he's got himself through to 7th, does Chuck, after get himself at the back after that little off at the start, or letting Paul through at the start. He's done well to get himself up into 7th, in fairness. And then Molson and Chan still battling it out. These two haven't stopped the last few laps. Nice Chan, left, right, going around the outside. Molson's got the Orn Chan with his wheels on the dirty stuff out there, but gets good drive to Chan. So Chan having a look now, right up the back of Molson. With Jerry in 10th, Dan in 11th. Oh, has a look now. Chan pulls out the draft. Has he got him? No. What sort of drive does he get here? If he can get him up the inside here, he's going to be on the inside for chicane, but he's not going to go up there. No. Just sits behind Molson, lets Molson do all the... just watches Molson, see if he can get through there clean. He does, just about, kind of. Yeah, we'll call that clean, shall we? Yeah. Good drive though, Chan. Surely he's going to get him down here on the inside. He does, has a look now, pulls out. Gets him quite easy there. for Chand. Oh, but he runs a little bit wide again, and a good little cutback from Molson. So Molson did remain in 8th. Great move from Molson, actually. Knew exactly what he was doing there. Just let Chand come up the inside and then just cut back. Got himself into 8th. So great bit of driving there between them two. So then we've got Jerry in 10th. On his own a little bit there, with Dan just pulled off the back of him in 11th. Vex in 12th, who's struggling a little bit now. Vex at the back there. With Pablo, of course, right at the back, as we know, who's really struggling. So unfortunate for Pablo, but anyway, we're coming to the end of the race now, so let's get to the leader. Just see, he's comfortable. He's been comfortable from the start. He was on pole position, so he's been there from start to finish. Looking good is Wadru. And another victory for Wadru after his victories from the last round. Follows it up with what appears to be another victory here tonight. So let's just see him through to the end of the lap and end of the race. So Wadru comes around the last corner, goes across the line. Good win, congratulations to Wadru. First place tonight here at Dragon Tail International Raceway, with Thomas coming in second, some way back, but again, been up there really pretty much all the race. Led for maybe half a lap at the start, but then stayed in second all that way then to the end. So good race from Thomas, well done. Unforgiven being closed down by Too Fast for Use, but Unforgiven does get third with Too Fast for Use in 4th, then Paul rounding off in 5th. It's a good recovery from Paul considering where he was after that off at the start. Then Rodder's coming round now in 6th, so bit of a lonely race in the end for Rodders. So Rodders in 6th, comes over the line now, and then Chuck in 7th. So Chuck, as I said earlier, done well to get 7th out of that really, considering he was at the back at the start. And then Ice in 8th. I don't know what Ice might, has he run out of fuel? I think Ice might have run out of fuel, so actually Jerry gets 8th. So Jerry does get an 8th, Molson gets 9th, and it does Chan's in the background, so Dan in 10th. Vexburn, Ice, and then Pablo. So that was unfortunate for Ice. He just miscalculated there, and yeah, he run out of fuel at the end there. So very unfortunate. But that's race 1 for you. Race 2 will be coming out shortly, and I'll see you then.